Hi everyone, Mary at Espresso Press Design. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be making a doodle stamp, and I found a new stamping medium using gouache, and I just want to tell you a little bit about my new Intro to Foam Stamps workshop. So let's get started. This is going to be kind of an experimental idea, just because I need some relaxed time. So I found, well, let me do this first. I have a new Intro to Foam Stamps workshop on Shopify. It's about 4 hours long. It's beginner friendly, designed for artists of all ages who want to explore DIY foam stamp making using simple, easy to find materials. You'll learn how to design and create 4 reusable block stamps with abstract patterns, experiment with different stamping mediums, care for your stamps, stamp on different papers, and get inspired with 4, I'm thinking, 3 or 4 project ideas. So there's papers and bags, buttons and borders, and postcards and ATCs. So that's 6 projects, going through all the stamping mediums, making your stamps, caring for your stamps, cleaning your stamps. It's a pretty intensive workshop, but it was a lot of fun. So that's on Shopify, and for a one-time fee, you'll be able to access all of your sessions and study at your own pace, and you'll have access to them for the lifetime of my Shopify site. So I discovered, I bought this cheapy gouache paint set at Five Below. Do not like it for gouache. It's not very opaque at all, but the colors are lovely. And I was wondering what I was going to do with it. So you get 24 colors. They're all very pretty, but for watercolor and combining gouache with watercolor, it's just not very opaque. You can tell it's not a good gouache. Let me put it that way. But it does stamp beautifully. And these are some of the backgrounds I made for the workshop for the ATC cards. And here is the ATC. Here are some bags, and what it does on this is just beautiful because it turns out kind of chalky, kind of like chalk paint, kind of like acrylic paint, but with much, much easier cleanup. And that's what I like. So here are some stamped background pages that I started, didn't finish yet. And here are some samples that I'm pretty sure these are all gouache. Pretty sure. But it just stamps beautifully. And yeah, stamps beautifully, easy cleanup. So I found a new stamping medium. I forgot to get some wax paper for palettes. But let's just get started, okay? You're going to need a 2.5 by 2.5 self-adhesive foam square, a 3 by 3 foam board to attach your stamp. I would like you to make one blank one so that we can get some dual color stamps. And then I already have a sample here of one that's a circle. And I think I'm going to make a square today. And let me just grab my wax paper. So I can make some easy to clean palettes. And I'm hoping this doesn't take too long. I was thinking maybe I could do at least one doodle, and I could figure out a way to use these stamps to make some grids, easy grids. So we'll see what we get finished here. So this is just going to be kind of like a play date. Okay, got some palettes. And you will need, now if you want to use watercolor or some other stamping medium, that's fine with me. You will need a dull pencil to make your stamp. And your first pass is going to be very light. And today I think instead of making circles, I'm going to make squares. And if this takes too many passes to get deep enough, I am going to speed this part up because getting these deep grooves in here does take a little time. Maybe I should have left a bigger border on there so I could do some little doodling in there. Maybe I shouldn't have put so many squares, but we'll go with it. So your second pass is a little deeper, and we're using a dull pencil because it ends up making a very durable, smooth line. Our second pass is a little deeper so that we don't skip out of our groove. And that will make us like a track. And then we are just going to keep going deeper and applying more pressure. As we go. And you'll need some water and a Sharpie to make your marks on the back, similar to the leaf stamps, so that we can align these up in a grid. And actually that will help you align them up side by side. I think I'm going to do something a little different. So now with each pass, I don't know how many it's going to take, but we are going very, very deep. And applying as much pressure as we can. And this is the part I will probably be speeding up. Because these do take a little while to create. Okay. So did I say this was 2.5 by 2.5 and this is 3 by 3? Your foam base? If not, I meant to. So let's get this on here. This is very deep, but I did not go through the stamp. So you can see that there, I didn't go through. And I think this is just going to be a fun little way to create some grids. Okay, so get a Sharpie. Similar to the leaves, you're going to hold it up to the light. Take your pencil, lightly trace your square. And then we're going to go over this with Sharpie. And that will not wash off. Okay? So we're going to do like this. Lightly trace our square. or I mean follow your little groove lines there. And then take your line off the edge and that will create kind of like a registration mark. Okay. So I don't know if these colors are going to be transparent enough to do some dual colors, but we'll give it a try. So when you want to align your stamps, you line that up, and then when your stamps should end up right next to each other. You do your first stamp, and then you align your line to that line as best you can, stamp, and then you should eliminate that space and your stamps will line up. I mean, they won't be perfect, but like this, well, like these three. After a certain, there are these four. After a certain point, I wasn't paying attention to that. So, but if you do that, they will line up pretty well. Okay. Okay, I have some 4x4 sheets here. Let's just try it out. And to clean these, I just take them upstairs. Cleanup is so simple. This one's pretty dry already. I just take them upstairs and run them under the sink sprayer with some semi-warm water, and they work great. So I have a, I don't know, small to medium wash brush here, about like that. Let's try it out and see what we get. Now if you add water to this, it's going to act just like watercolor. And this might be beating up a little and be a little, let me get some water on here. And I probably needed more paint. I did that yesterday. Didn't squirt out enough paint. Since this is a new foam, if you find your watercolor or gouache beading a little, you can put a little bit of a little drop of dish detergent. I don't know if it's a film on the adhesive foam or what it is, but from the factory. But after a few stamps and washes, it quits doing that. Okay, hopefully this is dark enough to even see. And this is just copy paper. And usually I count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, It's cool. It's pretty. Let's get it on a little heavier and see what happens. That's what I mean. I love this. This gouache isn't so great for painting, but it's great for stamping. And if it seems a little dry, you can give it a little mist. I should have paid attention to how much time making that stamp took. And these last a very long time. I've washed them at least probably 30 times now. And I made probably, I don't know, 12, 15. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Okay, let's get another piece of paper here. And line this up. If you get a gloop in your lines, just take your brush and give it a little scrub, because it will transfer. I mean, it's not going to ruin anything. Okay. Another sheet of copy paper here. I'm giving this a mist off to the side. And then let's do some squares next to each other, so I can show you how to line this up. And then let's see if we can make a quick traceable grid and then start doodling. And I have some gel pens here, white gel pens. I have some black pens. I have some acrylic markers. Okay. Wait, let me spray. So we are going to want to align this bottom line with the bottom line of this stamp, this top line with the top line of the stamp, and then go over about 1/4 of an inch to where we think they are going to line up. And if they overlap a tiny bit, that's not going to matter. Okay, that's pretty good. I think I have enough on here to go down. And you can also get some ghost prints off here usually, although that might depend on what color you're using. I did get quite a few ghost prints on that purple fuchsia one. So then we're going to line up our lines to our stamp above, and then go up a little bit into our corner. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I moved over a little bit. Okay, that's okay. It wasn't perfectly aligned. Let's see. I have virtually no paint on that paper. Cleanup is so easy. You are not going to believe how easy it is to clean up this gouache. And the results are actually, so let's try this again. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Not quite enough paint, but you get the drift. Okay, so let's do a dual color and see what kind of transparency we have. I guess I'm gonna try. Probably should move on to here. I'm gonna do yellow again. Get a new palette. I'm gonna do yellow, and then I'm gonna do red, a dark red, and see what kind of orange we get. Usually I try yellow and blue. This one's not even opened yet. So yeah, these are sitting here for a little while because after I bought them I was so disappointed. All I wanted was a good opaque white, and I didn't feel like paying $8 for a tube of gouache. Professional. But I should have, because it would last forever and it would give me the opaque results I want, and I could still mix it white with every watercolor and get opacity. So I don't know why I didn't do it, but I just saw these at Five Below one day in there with my daughter and said, okay, I'll bite. And I got a new set of stencils I haven't even opened yet. Okay, we're going to make a color block here. Sometimes you can even do 3 colors. Maybe I can get away with 3 colors. Hopefully you see that. That's a very light lemon yellow. So let's go with a deep red here. What's this? Cadmium red deep. Let's try this. This one hasn't been used either. Let's see what kind of orange we got through there. At any rate, we're going to get a we're going to get a 2-color stamp. So I didn't squirt out enough, but I'm just gonna get a little water on it, my brush tip there. just trying to get this, all the paint off this brush. So you can see how transparent that actually is. Opaque should be, gouache should be a little more opaque, well actually a lot more opaque than that. So on our block we can also line this up pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, okay. So we got it is slightly transparent. We got an orange. So now I am going to try, I'm not going to clean this stamp. I'm just going to go on there with a different red. Let's see, which red? Crimson, scarlet, yeah, let's do a different red. Let's go with crimson. And then I'm going to put it on this stamp and see what happens. I'm just going to paint half of this stamp and see what happens if we try to mix 3 colors. This red is a little brighter. Doesn't look like crimson. Looks like, well, maybe it's kind of a, it's actually pretty. It's kind of a rose red. I might end up with purple since I didn't clean this stamp off. I could probably clean it off with some hand sanitizer. Okay. Let's try 3 colors and two designs. See what happens. This is kind of like a gouache jelly plate. Oh, that's cool. Well, I cannot see the second layer through there, so it's pretty opaque. But there you go, 3 colors. And I would, if you were going to do that, I would probably keep them analogous. And yeah, that's what I would do. Or you can try your, yellow and blue made green. So what I was thinking, let me get one that's, this might accidentally make a stamp on here. But what I was thinking was I could use the block to trace some squares. Of course, they're going to be, it's not a ruler. They're going to be loose. And I'm also getting a light stamp on there. Because this is still wet. And then we could do some super easy grids. And some super easy stamps. and some super easy doodle making. Okay, this is watercolor paper, by the way. I had this little piece left, so I just thought I would use it. This gouache stamps beautifully on watercolor. You could do some stamping, start a painting with your stamps. Okay, so I really like that crimson, so I'm gonna just cover this. If it turns purple, that's fine, I don't care. I do need some more water. This is a very pretty pink. And you can mix and match your colors on your stamp. I still have some of that. What was the first one? Crimson Red Deep, which actually looks very much like a brick color. Okay, let's see how well we get our stamp lined up in here. And I'm just gonna use up my excess paint here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was a little mottled. Didn't have enough moisture and enough paint. So I'm just probably going to keep adding water to this. The rest of my yellow, and then do some quick doodling on top so you get the drift. And we're at 40. Hopefully I'll be editing this to get it shorter. Oh, that is so cool on watercolor paper. Okay, I have a bunch of yellow here. So this is going to be, I don't know what this is going to come out like. A mixture. That's okay, they're all going to go together. And then I think there's enough on there to get 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pretty. Let's see. This is a ghost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, not bad. Not bad for a ghost. Okay. So first things first, I'm probably going to accentuate my border. And then I think everyone knows how to doodle. So I kind of like that. Kind of like black and red together. There, I have a nice grid. Now the hard part, what color? Well, I'm probably going to add another red on top. Let's just see what happens. If we even have enough space. To make some fun doodles on there. That's fun. What else do I have? Okay, this is just the ticket. For a relaxing play. There she goes. Is that even her? I thought she was in the house. Might be the dog next door. Oh, that is too cool. You know what this needs? Some silver. Okay. If I think maybe it needs a little more black, but I think that's good enough for you to get the idea. So let's make some scribble stamps for a quick little doodle play. Or yeah, doodle stamps. That's what I'm calling it. Doodle stamps, and try the gouache. You're going to have a great time. Okay, thanks everyone for your time. I hope you'll at least check out my workshop. Extremely affordable. So again, these are super easy, clean, beautiful stamp. Nice, chalky, acrylic type, and even inky type finish, you know. Acrylic inks might do something like that. I'm not quite sure, but just love it. And now I can use up this set of cheap gouache paints with confidence, and I'm very happy about that. So thanks again. You have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.